Hi, I'm Katie with Solo Yoga, and this is Edie. We're going to be doing a power flow class today, a class that's meant to challenge your body. So move at your own pace, take any amount of time that you need in child's pose, take any extra breaths that you need. Really, this is your practice, so make it your own. We're going to start class today in a seated position. Hands can come to face the ceiling if you're looking for a little bit more energy, or they can face the ground if you're looking for a little bit more grounding. Eyes close here. Begin to start to pay attention to your breath. Draw your attention inward. Feel your natural rhythm and pace of your breath. Take notes of how it feels as it enters your body and how it feels as it exits. Building on this breath awareness a little bit more, we're going to add a count to our breath. As you inhale, breathe deep into your belly, into your ribs, into your back body. At the count of 4, inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause at the top, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause at the bottom, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, feel your belly, your ribs, your back body expand. Pause at the top. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Follow 2 more breaths at your own pace and rhythm, following your own count. Bottom of your second breath, no rush to get there. Come over onto your hands and knees, coming into tabletop hands and knees. Take a moment to set this up. Knees are about hip-width distance apart. Shoulders are directly over your wrists. Find this isometrical pull of the heel of your hands towards your knees. Find your low belly turn on. Come back to your breath in this shape. On your inhale, drop your belly, lift your gaze. As you exhale, hollow out your belly around your back, push the ground away. Follow 3 of these at your own pace and with your own breath, finding your rhythm, really focusing on linking breath to movement as we begin to move slow. Bottom of your third breath. Find all of the details of tabletop. Find that isometrical pull of your hands towards your knees. Find your low belly. From there, push the ground away, toes curl under, hips come back, coming into your first down dog of practice. Take any movements you'd like here. Pedal at your feet, maybe sway your hips side to side. Look underneath your armpits. And as you're ready, find stillness. On your inhale, bend your knees a lot or a little and arrive at the top of your mat. Push down through all edges of your feet as your arms reach out and up. Cactus your arms, draw your navel to your spine, baby back bend. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, hinge at your hips and fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Lift high enough to feel your front and back side of core turn on. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands, step back to a high plank. Warming up our core, setting this all up here. Wrists are directly below your shoulders. Find an isometrical pull of the heel of your hands towards your toes. Your heels are working towards the back edge of the room. One long line from your head all the way down to your toes. Navel's drawing to your spine, core is engaged. Working. And smile, because it makes it easier when you smile. 2 more full rounds of breath here. Body rocks forward, lower halfway or all the way. Move through up dog or baby cobra. Push up through a long tabletop or high plank and back to down dog. 1 full round of breath here. Bend your knees a lot or a little and step or hop to the top of your mat. Push down through all edges of your feet. Find an isometrical pull apart of your feet as your body rises up. Cactus your arms, baby back bend. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, hinge at your hips and fold forward. Inhale, half lift, high enough to your front and back side of core, turn on. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands and step back to that long tabletop or high plank. Always an option to take this from your knees. You're working the exact same muscles. If you're taking it from your knees, your shoulders are still stacked over your wrists. You're finding that isometrical pull of the heel of your hands towards your knees. Your low belly should be firing. Stay here or take it up to full plank. Foundation first, but option to take this into shoulder taps if you're looking for a little bit more of a dynamic movement, bringing a little bit of cardio into your practice today. Hips stay level. Make sure that they're not dumping it either way and that your core is engaged. We're here for 3, 2, 1. Body rocks forward, lower halfway or all the way. Up dog or baby cobra, and we'll meet in down dog. 1 full round of breath when you get here. Work your thighs towards the back of the room, heels towards the ground. Whether or not they touch doesn't matter. Push the ground away. Nice upside down V. Bend your knees a lot or a little and step or hop to the top of your mat. Push down through all edges of your feet as you work against your own resistance. Arms reach out and up. Navel draws to spine, cactus your arms, baby back bend. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, hinge at your hips and fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to that long tabletop or high plank. Last time here. Always an option to take it from your knees. Foundation first. Make sure you find all the details. Option to stay here, or you can begin to take these into outside mountain climbers, where your knee comes to the outside of your shoulders, bringing dynamic movement and a little bit of cardio to your practice. We're here for 3, 2, 1. Find all the details of plank before your body rocks forward, lower halfway or all the way. Up dog, baby cobra, and we'll meet in down dog. Inhale any prep movements you'd like. Bend your knees, gaze forward, step or hop to the top of your mat. Push down through all edges of your feet as your arms reach out and up. Feel good moment as you baby back bend, broaden through your collarbones. Inhale, reach, and as you exhale, sink into chair. Feet can be touching or they can be hip width distance apart. Work an isometrical pull apart of your feet and of your knees. Find a subtle tuck to your pelvis, that your tailbone is reaching down and the crown of your head is reaching up. Find that front side of your core. Front side of core is active. Come back to your breath here. Smile. Option to stay here or on your inhale, arms reach. As you exhale, they fly behind you. Find a subtle squeeze of your shoulders. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fly your arms. Follow your own breath. Honoring your body in this time and in this space. We're here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Find all the details of chair. Find that isometrical pull apart of your feet. Make sure you haven't lost any of these details. 1 full round of breath here. And then release to a forward fold. Inhale, half lift right away. Exhale, plant your hands. Step back to long tabletop or high plank. Body rocks forward. Lower halfway or all the way, and move through your vinyasa. Right leg lifts right away here. Lift high enough to feel your glute and hamstring. Flex your foot, push back as if you were pushing the wall behind you away. Inhale, lengthen, and as you exhale, draw your navel to your spine, knee comes to your nose, hollow out your belly. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, right knee, left elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Right knee, nose. Hollow out your belly, push the ground away, hover for a second before setting your foot down and assisting it forward if you need. Find your base before rising up here. Find this isometrical pull together of your feet. Find your core. From your core engagement, let that rise you up, coming into crescent lunge. Shoulders are drawn out of your ears. Your shoulders are stacked over your hips. Navel's drawing to your spine. Functional core work, just standing here. Your legs are pulling together still in this isometrical pull. Stay here, or you can begin to take your knee down to your mat. So inhale, lengthen. As you exhale, knee comes down to mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, knee to mat. Follow your own pace and your own breath. We have 4 more here. 2, 1. Find all the details of crescent as you come up here. Your shoulders are still stacked. Take any amount of bend that you need in that back leg to support a neutral pelvis. Now lower your knee halfway down. Hands can come to your hips and begin to pulse. Shoulders are still stacking, navel's drawing to your spine, core is engaged. We're here for 3, 2, 1. Come up to crescent, find all the details. Lower halfway, find an isometrical pull together of your feet. Pause and hold. Smile, because it's fun. We're here for 3, 2, 1. Arms reach up out overhead. Find all the details of crescent. Back leg straightens. Arms come out to a T. Find a subtle squeeze of your shoulders in the back. Begin to lean forward. Find that natural stopping place where you're engaged all the way from your head all the way down to your toes. Pause here. 1 full round of breath. And fold forward. Hands come to frame your foot. Find your low belly before stepping back. Move through a vinyasa and come back to down dog. One full round of breath here. And left leg lifts right away. Lift high enough to feel your glute and hamstring. Flex your foot, push out through your heel. Inhale, lengthen. As you exhale, draw your knee to your nose. Hollow out your belly, push the ground away. Inhale, lengthen. Right knee, or left knee, left elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Left knee, right elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Left knee, nose. Hollow out your belly, push the ground away, pause for a second, set your foot down. Find your base before rising up. Find this isometrical pull together of your feet, find your core. As you rise up here, take any amount of bend that you need in that back leg to support a neutral pelvis. When our pelvis is neutral, we can stack our shoulders over our hips better, we can draw our navel to our spine, we have functional core work. Inhale, lengthen, hands can stay where they are, or they can work into a lat pull down, or they can come to your hips. Inhale, lengthen. As you exhale, draw your knee to the mat. Follow your own breath. We're here for 4, 3, 2, last one. Find all the details as you rise up here of crescent that you might have lost. 1 full round of breath, then lower your knee halfway. Find your distance and begin to pulse. We're here for 3, 2, 1. Come up to crescent. 1 full round of breath. Hands come to your hips. Lower halfway. Find this isometrical pull together of your feet. Pause here. Breathe. Release to crescent. Arms come out to that T. Find that subtle squeeze of your shoulders. Back side is active. Begin to lean forward. Find your natural stopping place where you're engaged all the way from your head down to your toes. Continue with that isometrical pull together of your feet. Your navel's drawing to your spine. Your core is active in this position. Release to frame your foot. Find your low belly before stepping back. Move through a vinyasa. And we'll meet in down dog. One full round of breath here. Bend your knees a lot or a little, and step or hop to the top of your mat. Push down through all edges of your feet as your arms reach out and up. Navel draws to spine, cactus your arms, baby back bend. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, hinge at your hips and fold. We're working into chair from this pose. So instead of sinking down into chair, we're working from our base up. So find your base, find this isometrical pull apart of your feet, press down through all edges of your feet. Take a deep bend in your knees, your hips work towards the back. Push down and rise up. Find your distance. Find a subtle tug of your pelvis. And as you're ready, hands can come to heart center. Broaden through your collarbone. Front side of core is very active. Option to stay here, or you can take this into toe touches out to the side. Mindful that you're not losing form as you take this into a dynamic movement. We're here for 3, 2, 1. Find all the details of chair. One full round of breath here. And then release to a forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant your hands. Step or hop back. Find all the details that we found earlier in plank. Heels work towards the back of the room. One long line from your head all the way down to your heels. Find your breath. Body rocks forward, lower halfway or all the way. Move through vinyasa and come back to down dog. Right leg lifts right away here. 3-legged down dog. Lift high enough to feel that glute and hamstring. Push out through your heel. Inhale, lengthen. As you exhale, draw your knee to your nose. Hollow at your belly. Inhale, lengthen. Right knee, right elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Right knee, left elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Right knee, nose. Hover, pause, and set your foot down. Find this isometrical pull together of your feet. Core engages. Let that core engagement rise you up. Find your base. Shoulders stack over your hips. Any amount of bend that you need in that back leg to support that. And as you're ready, your arms reach up. One full round of breath here. Continue with that isometrical pull together of your feet. Big transition. Keep that bend in your front leg. Bend your back leg. Hands are going to come to your hips. As you're here, begin to hinge forward. Core engages. Hands come down. From that bend in your back leg, launch off, coming into standing splits. Lift as high as you can. Flex your foot. Push out through the back of your heel. Feel your back glute fire. Glutes firing as you stabilize your standing leg. Option for a block here. Find all these details. Breathe. Inhale, lengthen, and as you exhale, draw your ankle to your calf, curtsy squat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, curtsy squat. Follow your own breath, move at your own pace. Standing leg glute is firing. Those small muscles are stabilizing you, working hard. Every time you come up to standing split, find all of the details. We're here for 3, 2, last one. Find all the details of standing split. One breath here. And then release to a forward fold at the front of your mat. Push down through all edges of your feet as your arms reach out and up. Cactus your arms, baby back bend. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, hinge at your hips and fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant your hands. Step back to that long tabletop or high plank. One full round of breath here. Find all the details that we found before. One long line from your head all the way down to your heels. Heels are working towards the back of the room. Body rocks forward, lower halfway or all the way. Up dog or baby cobra. And back to down dog. Left leg lifts right away here. Three-legged down dog. Lift high enough to feel that glute and hamstring. Push out through your heel. Inhale, lengthen. As you exhale, draw your knee to your nose. Hollow at your belly. Push the ground away. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Left knee, right elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Left knee, nose. Hollow at your belly. Pause. Sit your foot down. Find your base before rising up. Find this isometrical pull together of your feet, any amount of bend that you need in that back leg to support a neutral pelvis. Core is drawing in, navel's drawing to your spine. When you find this, arms can reach up. One full round of breath here. Big transition. Bend your back leg. Hands are going to come down to the mat. Core is engaged. From that back bend, let that launch you up, coming into standing splits. Lift as high as you can. Feel your back glute fire. Flex your foot, push out through the back heel. Breathe here. Inhale, lengthen. As you exhale, draw your heel to your calf, coming into a curtsy squat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, squat. Follow your own breath, moving at your own pace. We have 4 more. 3, 2, 1. Come back to standing splits. Find all these details. Your spine is long. Breathing. And as you're ready, release to a forward fold. Push down through all edges of your feet as your arms reach out and up. As you exhale, cactus your arms, baby back bend. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hinge at your hips and fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to your long tabletop or high plank. Find all the details here. Option for your last vinyasa of our sequence. Come back to down dog. Find all the details here. Come back to your breath. Thighs are working towards the back of the room. Heels are working towards the ground. Upside down V. As you're ready, you can lower your knees to the mat, come into a child's pose. Arms can extend towards the front of the room. Hips sink low. Come back to your breath in this shape. Feel your ribs, your back body expand with each inhale. And draw a count to your breath, controlling it. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause at the top. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause at the bottom. 4, 3, 2, 1. Follow 3 more of these breaths at your own pace and at your own rhythm. And as you're ready, you can begin to transition to a simple seat. And we'll end class where we started today. Hands can come to heart center. Let your shoulders stack over your hips. Sit tall. Broaden through your heart space. Make room for your heart. Thanks for practicing with us today. Namaste.